Dear Life Warriors, living and surviving are two different things.
You're that person that's spontaneous. I mean, from working with you on Bear Fruit, we had a lot of spontaneous moments too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Especially with you in the beginning scene, crawling on the floor and all that good stuff.
I forgot about that scene. I don't I don't remember. Everything and anything is attainable.
Yes.
If you can walk, talk, breathe, if you can see this video, if you can hear what I'm saying right now, if there's something that you want in this life, it doesn't have to be related to film. It doesn't have to be related to basically anything that you want to attain. Any industry, anything. It's attainable, but you first must believe that it's possible. Mm-hmm. Once you believe that it's possible, then your mind begins to go to work to show you how it's possible and to how to achieve it. You know, the email came from upstairs. Idea came up in a day, and I wrote the script in like a day, and we just shot it, just like that.
Hi, everyone. It is me, Shar, your favorite corporate life coach. And I'm so excited today on the Life Warrior series. I'm talking to my really good friend. Are we good friends?
I think
I'm
so.
I'm not sure. I'm talking to Emeka, the director extraordinaire. I've had the pleasure of being in one of your short films and series, The Bear Fruit. Mm-hmm. That was a series, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, check me out in that, guys. I'm going to put the link down below because it's all about me at the moment. But the purpose, welcome, Emeka. Welcome.
Welcome. Thank you for having me.
You listen, I'm excited. So the purpose of this series, like I was telling you earlier when I texted you, like, please come talk to me, is really and truly to really put a positive spin on 2020. And you're someone that I know did something amazing that I want to talk about in 2020. But before we even get to that, how are you? How is your family? Anybody you know has been affected by COVID? How are you coping?
So far so good. Can't have no complaints. Everybody has been doing well physically.
Uh-huh.
My father had a close scare with the COVID thing 2 days ago. So we're waiting to get his results back. But other than that, everybody's doing pretty good.
Okay, good. I'm glad to hear. But I see you doing amazing things. Lockdown Love. Mm-hmm. Lockdown Love is out on Amazon Prime.
Tubi TV.
And oh, wow. Okay, so we've even stepped up our game. We went to other. Okay, awesome. Mm-hmm. But tell us the story, how that came about, because that happened in 2020. You filmed that in 2020, which is a time where filming was, okay, what are you doing? You know, it was in the midst of how are we going to pull this off? Did you have masks? People wear masks in the film, you know, that kind of thing. But you're someone who's creative anyway, and I saw this. I love it. It's amazing. But tell us, how did that come about? Lockdown Love. Love the name. Just give us the rundown.
All right. So the idea came around, I want to say April. Like once the pandemic started in March, everyone lost their jobs and everyone was home and nothing to do. I was in preparation for a feature film called ATAP that I was supposed to be getting ready for.
Yeah.
But when the pandemic happened, we kind of just had to shut everything down. Shut down trying to get investors, shut down trying to do auditions, and just be at standstill until things got better.
Yeah.
So without any idea of when things will get better, I decided to figure out what I can shoot during this time that didn't require much legwork, much manpower, many actors, much crew. And I was trying to think of something to watch, something to shoot, but I couldn't think of something until I seen a movie called Pihu on Netflix. Mm-hmm. So Pihu is a story about a young girl who was pretty much locked home alone for 24 hours with no dialogue and nobody else in the film but her.
Right.
So after I watched that, and I saw that they executed, and they were actually able to shoot an entire film with one person, I said, if they can do it,
so I can.
So then I said, what about me making a story about a girl who's in lockdown, going through a breakup, and maybe there's no one around to get to her, and I said everybody is in quarantine right now, so they could definitely relate to it.
Mm-hmm.
That's how it was conceived, and we just went with it, casted a girl, found a location, and we made it happen.
So one person,
One girl.
one girl, and you
Mhm.
know what? A world of emotions. Like, she did an amazing job. I felt everything that she was going through, quite honestly. She did.
Mhm.
I don't want to give away anything. I'm trying not to give away anything, but
Yeah.
that was brilliant work. I have to
Thank
say.
you.
The message was
Mhm.
amazing. Everything that you do, by the way, just so everyone knows, like, Emeka is someone that you do mainly faith-based productions.
Mhm.
The messages are always positive. It's always relatable. You take real life stories and you turn them into, you put them on the screens and you bring awareness to a lot of things. One of my favorites, Found Dead.
Mhm.
Talk about Found Dead. That was one of your biggest, is it one of your biggest short films to date? Over millions views?
Yeah. To date, it's the most watched film.
Mm-hmm.
It's a short film. If I just pan a little bit to my
That's it.
name right
Found
there,
Dead. Is
that's
that
the
your
one.
wall of, like, I see some of your movies.
Oh,
I see one of my favorites, Set It Off. Is that your wall of, what
yeah.
is that wall?
So up here is pretty much some of my favorite films in the world,
Aw,
and below these are my films that I've shot myself,
sure.
all on the bottom portion of my wall.
Nice.
But I like to see like films that inspire me and that I love, and I like to be surrounded by beautiful artwork so I could be remembered and reminded to create great stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, so Found Dead hit like I would say 30 plus million views online.
Yeah.
It's a short film that people. It was one of the first films that kind of got the ball rolling, I guess you would say, and got people interested in anything that I had to do.
Yeah, no, that was good
And,
stuff.
yeah,
It
so
actually
that
made it
was
all the way to the UK. I don't know if
mhm.
I told you that, but that film made it to, you know how people circulate things on WhatsApp?
Mhm.
I got the film back in my WhatsApp, a link
Mm.
to watch this from my aunt in the
Oh wow.
UK. And I'm like, wait a minute, I know him.
Yeah, that's wonderful. That's wonderful.
Yeah, it came back. It came back to me. So I
Mm.
think you're doing great things. But what is I always like to ask people, what is the one thing, if you had to say you're grateful for from 2020, what would be that one thing that you could pull out of that year to say? And if you have more than one, that's
Mhm.
okay. But what is
Mm.
that one thing that you're like, you know what, my 2020 brought me this and I'm grateful for it?
Well, I guess we could say lockdown love. Lockdown love would have not have happened if it
Yeah.
not had been for this time of stillness, the time of thinking.
Mm-hmm.
I never would have came across even thinking of an idea to shoot something with one person. That was never ever thought in my mind ever. You
Right.
know, but because I was kind of forced and put in a corner and forced to think, which is a great thing that we all should do. Kind of put ourselves in a corner and think.
Yeah.
That kind of allowed me to come up with this idea. Idea came up in a day, and I wrote the script in like a day, and we just shot it, just like that. But because I consciously thought I said, what can I do? I put myself in a position to think, and the email came from upstairs and landed,
Yes, I love
and
that. The email
I had
came
that,
from upstairs. I love it.
and that was it.
So you wrote in one day, the script in one day, but you didn't shoot it the same day you wrote it, but it just
Mhm.
took you one day to shoot.
Yeah, it was so the story wasn't like a script, meaning
Uh-huh.
that scripts usually have characters and dialogue and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But because this had no dialogue, it was just a bunch of bullet points of things that she's gonna do.
Right.
Like at this point, she's gonna go to the kitchen. At this point, she's gonna lay on the couch, pick up a phone, make a phone call. So I
Yeah.
was kind of instructing her on set to kind of what to do as opposed to following any particular script format.
Oh, that's different.
Very different.
Oh, so
Yeah.
how did you find that from a director standpoint? Because that's the first time you've done something like that.
Yeah, it is. It was challenging because in the real world, well, with the past films, we had a script that involved like a script is like your map. You start from the beginning and you get to your location. But with this particular film, there was no map. It was just a lot of those scenes that you saw were like made up on the spot.
Yeah.
Like the part where she was like braiding her hair from the first braid all the way to the last braid.
I know.
That wasn't in the script. I was like, you know what?
Braid your
I want to
hair.
see you braid your hair. Yeah. so we were just being spontaneous. There's a lot of things in there that was just spontaneity, but it came out. It all worked out well.
Yeah, no, you're that person that's spontaneous. I mean, from working with you on Bear Fruit, we had a lot of spontaneous moments too.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially with you in the beginning scene, crawling on the floor and all that good stuff.
I forgot about that scene. I don't I don't remember.
So people need to go.
They may need to go watch it.
They may need to go watch it. Emeka crawling across the floor to me. Yeah, so we had some scenes that maybe people need to go watch. But even that experience with you, this is how much I want people to know who you really are, from how serious you take your work and your craft. I am someone that has never acted before in my entire life, other than when I had to lie to my mom when I was a child. But you were like, you're gonna do this part. I was like, no. We went back and forth. I didn't want to do it, and then finally, you're like, we said, fine, we're doing the part. But you took the time out, and I want to thank you publicly for that. You took the time out to make sure that you came. We practiced, we rehearsed. You gave me acting lessons at the same time. You told me how to speak on camera, what to do, how to, I just think that you making that commitment. I think we were meeting at least 3 times a week, 2 months prior to us actually shooting, just to get me up to speed. But and there were days I was like, oh, I'm exhausted. I don't want to do this. But you showed up. I would hope that maybe he cancels today. Never cancel. He was outside, like, I'm here. Let's do this. So I know you're gonna make it really, really in a big way, because you're doing amazing things. You believe. Your limited belief is not limited at all. You believe in your craft. You go above and beyond, and all your films have great messages.
Thank you.
Positivity. You're lifting people up every single day with just the words that you put on paper that people have to now act out. And it's been amazing. Just watching your journey, being a part of it, being a part of the ride. I hope I'm in the next one.
I got you.
Because now that I'm acting everything, now I'm actually an actress.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, I'm raising my hand for the next one. Thank you for talking to me. Thank you for shedding some light on the new film, Lockdown Love. Everyone, please go see it on Amazon Prime. Check it out. I'll put the link when down below, wherever this is. And what would you like to leave us? What's your final message to the world? You being a director, you've been in the game for over 20 years now?
No, not that long. It's been about 12 years.
12 is a good number. 12 is a good number.
Yeah.
For over 12 years, I'm sure you've had some ups and downs and trials and, obstacles. Yeah. And what do you have to say? Give us some encouragement.
Well, you said, what is my last message to the world? Like I was about to die, but
no.
my last message.
I need this last message for this for our. We're signing off, Emeka. You're not going anywhere.
My last message in the video. Well, I would say, everything and anything is attainable.
Yes.
If you can walk, talk, breathe. If you can see this video, if you can hear what I'm saying right now, if there's something that you want in this life, it doesn't have to be related to film. It doesn't have to be related to anything basically anything that you want to attain, any industry, anything. It's attainable, but you first must believe that it's possible. Once you believe that it's possible, then your mind begins to go to work to show you how it's possible and to how to achieve it. So don't doubt, have faith, believe it, receive it, and go out there and get it.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you for that. And everyone, please check out Lockdown Love, Amazon Prime. Where else you said it was?
Amazon Prime and Tubi TV.
Okay. Check out Emeka's work, all of it. Go straight to Bear Fruit. Watch that first that first episode. It's a lot of fun. I'm in the first episode. Definitely check out my other favorite, Found Dead.
And those can be the Bear Fruit. Well, they all can be found on my website, which is my fullname.com. You can watch the website, the web series there, the short films there, Lockdown Love there. Everything is in one location.
Oh, one location. So I'll put that up. Awesome. You keep going. You keep going. I'm happy that I'm in your circle. I'm happy to be a part of this journey with you. So you keep going.
Wonderful. Appreciate it. I'm glad to be in your circle as well. And many more things, many more great things to come in the future.
For us both.
Exactly.